In this video, I'm going to show you how to build all of this into just 2 sections of honeycomb. So when you come to place a honeycomb, make sure that these walls are facing backwards. They need to be facing inwards like this. First of all, you have to separate your honeycomb using these triangle frames, and you want 3 of them, and you have to upgrade them to metal straight away. We need to seal this off, only temporary. An industrial combiner and an industrial splitter. Combiner I'll put on this side. Now we can start placing furnaces. So the first floor is the easiest floor. So what you need to do is you need to find true center of this wall. And to do that, you move left and right holding a hammer. And when the wall changes color, flips to the other side, you have found true center. See that? Without moving your mouse, switch to your furnace. Walk backwards, push forwards until it stops moving. As far back as it'll go. Place it down. Now we can seal this off. For the next 2 furnaces, hold shift. See? You can just walk it back to the half wall. Next one, same again, to the half wall. See? First floor, easy. Now we need to add an industrial combiner, an industrial splitter, and a power splitter front and back on here as well. Take your power out and run it to each of the furnaces, and then take the power in and run that to the one outside. Now you need to take all the industrial ins from the combiner, run these to your furnaces, and then all the outputs from the splitter also to your furnaces. And then the industrial out from the combiner needs to go all the way to the top to any of these inputs combined up here. You must follow all of these steps. Failure to follow one step will absolutely brick the setup, and you have to raid your way back in. Now that all the steps are complete, pipe out and a pipe in, and you've got power inside here, you can now seal it. Please double check everything before you do this next step. Once you seal it, there's no unsealing it. Aim it as close to this edge as possible, so just keep aiming up until it turns blue. So when it turns blue, that's going to give you horizontal lines. You see these lines? See how they're horizontal? That's what you're looking for. Now that's step 1 done. Switch to your hammer and you want to find true center again. Dead center, far back as it'll go. Place it down. Your storage adapter, seal it off. All these walls must be in the orientation that you see right now. Now this will take some finesse. You need to hold shift. Now this can take some messing about. You just need to wiggle it until it turns blue. Holding shift down, really tightly fit this in. More often than not it will go. Sometimes you might need to pick up the first furnace if that got misplaced, or extremely tricky. Highly recommend that you try this on a build server before you try doing it on an actual wipe. Oh, see how it's turning blue? There we go. Perfect. Now we add the storage adapters again. One there, and we need to copy what we did on the switch to your tools. Don't forget to add this to the splitter down here. Pipe out from the splitter to all the furnaces. Pipe out from the combiner to all the furnaces. And then take the output, run that to a splitter. Take the output from the combiner to the combiner on top. Remember, double check everything before you seal it off. Same again. Now we have pipes running in and out of this completely sealed honeycomb. All we need to do now is add a box. So for me, I'll be going with the storage barrel. You don't need to use pay to win. See if the wall will place. And it should, and it does, and that's perfect. Now you need industrial conveyors. So, because this is the splitter, I have the red aiming towards the splitter. Like so. And because this is the combiner, I have the blue towards the combiner. Now we need to add power to these. Not miss any of these steps because we will be sealing this off as well. So we need power in. And you can run that from a switch. If you don't have power straight away, you can just place a switch down. So in my case, I'll be adding switch. I can just place that there. So for the power in, you'll just go from the power out of the switch, run that to your first conveyor. We do a pass through, run that to your second conveyor, and then straight down. Run this straight down to your power in there. Now if you apply 27 power, that will run your furnaces. 29 power will run your conveyors. You apply 29 power to this, full system will start working. I'll do a branch for you just to prove that it is 29 power that operates it all. 29 to the switch. I will turn it on. Make sure you turn these on first before you seal anything off. You're going to need the piping tool again, and you're going to want to run that to there, that to there, that to that, to that, to that. Just like that. Everything's piped up. Everything operates through this one barrel. Everything's wired up. You can completely seal it off now. All is accessible. So in order to flip the walls, you have to upgrade them. Flip them back. Upgrade. it just looks like normal honeycomb. Here's what it looks like with the walls removed.